Welcome to SportsTernity podcast. Right now we got Coach P. We about to get right in it.
Let's get it.
Parents, coaches do not get paid.
No, we don't.
No one. It has a higher up, president, nobody from Philadelphia governor, Florida governor, mayor, whoever, does not pay these organizations. So stop giving them so many issues. What do you have on that? I know you got an earful on that.
Dad, I am a volunteer. I do this because I love the sport and I love the kids. Like for me, it's really all about the kids. I want to see your child develop. I want to see your child excel. I'm only out there because I love the kids. I don't come out there to hear mom cuss me out about why my son only played 10 reps, why my son only did this. I'm out there, and at the end of the day, in this sports thing, you put in the best 10, best 11, best 5, best 7, however many you gotta put out there. And if I'm going weeks training your kid at practice, and your kid come to practice maybe twice a week, you shouldn't have the expectation that your son is gonna play as much. Especially if we practice 3 to 4 days a week and your son is missing half of the practice reps.
Right.
How can you expect yourself as a parent be like, man, my son may practice one time this week. He should be starting. Like, you gotta think when you get to the next level, these high school coaches and college coaches don't care about how you feel. The only place you get that leeway is Little League football. These high school coaches would tell you, take your son, or I'm kicking your son off the team. He missed too many practice, he can't play. It's that simple. And what I do with the staff that I be on, we want to implement stuff like that. I want you, same thing with my 7-on-7 program. If you're not going to be as committed to it as I am, then you shouldn't be a part of it, because at the same time, I'm investing in you. So I want a return on my investment. My return on my investment is seeing y'all go out there and compete. But if I got coaches that show up every day and the kids don't show up, what kind of expectations can I have for that team if those kids are not as involved as the coaches? And that's the same thing with parents. You gotta be, if you want your son to be something in this, you gotta be just as committed as the coaches that show up every day. You can't pick and choose when you're gonna show up. Okay, when you pick and choose when you're gonna show up, that coach gonna pick and choose when your son play. And then you're gonna be in your feelings. Remember, this is a volunteer work. Most of us is out there because we love the youth and we want to get them off the streets. So if we try to get them off the streets and we got the time to commit to it, you as a parent should have the time to commit to it. If you know, there's a lot of us coaches out here, we pick kids up. So it ain't an excuse of like, oh man, I couldn't get him there. You could have called my phone and I picked him up. Like, you gotta remember that. Like, it's one hand washing the other hand.
And a lot of that comes with the moms, I could say, because they be like, oh, I don't want to feel like you doing something for me. I had that issue one time before, mom, because I'm like, yo, so-and-so got to be at practice. He hasn't been there in a couple of days. Oh, well, I had work, I had this. All right, well, I'll pick him up. I don't feel like I owe you any, oh, you don't owe me nothing.
Right, cause we out there, like, again, we do it for the
I'm doing it
kids.
for the young boy. Like, we need him at practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he need to be there.
And that's the focus. Like, I ain't chasing no tail. Like, I want to develop your kid. Right. Especially if I know your kid got the potential, like, and he wants it. I just want you to want it as much as your kid do. Like, and that's a lot of the expectations. Like, the kids want it this much, and the parent is like here. And when the kid is here and the parent is here, it's never going to work. Because now, at the while, that kid going to drop the here. Because, all right, man, I can't make it to practice. My mom and my dad, they going out. I can't do this, I can't do that. I be calling coach might come get me, but then my mom like, no, or my dad like, no, we gonna take you, but they'll never bring him. And then then after a while, that kid lose the enthusiasm and the love for the game, man. Y'all just gotta be as committed as your kid.
And don't get these coaches so much slack, because they are human at the same time also. Everything might not have cross T's, dotted I's. They might miss something.
Right.
I've seen that happen too. Like, coaches want to hold a parent meeting, and man, I mean, parents like, well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, why this? Well, why that? Well,
or they don't even show up.
That too.
It's something I wanted to do for a minute, and we finally getting a chance to do it. I mean, I got a great group of guys around me, coaching staff wise, dudes that's running this program with me, like my man Coach B, Coach U. We got Coach Tay, that's from Houston, Northwest, and high school coach. But then we got my man Ja, number 18, great defensive mind. Like, I had no choice but to let him run the 15U defense, bro. The kid, like, he reminded me of me when I first got into coaching. It's just, he soaked everything up like a sponge, bro. Like, and I let him fit it, and he just called me like, yo, coach, scheme something up with me real quick. And like, last year was his first year coaching, and he won a spring chip. And yeah, they had the best 14U team in the city last year.
Really?
Yeah, 215, 14U. They was legit. Yeah, you know what I mean? So he definitely, and to do computer side, he do marvel photography and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I got a great group of guys around me, man, and they really want to embrace the kids and bring them into this. Like, this League of Villains 7-on-7 is going to be something special, and year 2 is going to be better than year 1. Like, we just working out the kinks now, but watch when we come back next year. I'm telling y'all, the energy gonna be non-stop, and it's gonna be fun again in the city, man. Also, shout out Team Authentic, my man, Coach U and Coach B. They do strength and conditioning training, and that's another program we bring into the city, man. So make sure y'all get with us, League of Villains 7-on-7 and Team Authentic. We building something. Also, man, I forgot shout out Coach Mike, 12U, man. He definitely jumped right on board. He was right into it for the mix. Like, he like, bro, whatever you doing, I'm doing. And that's what you want. Them type of dudes I want to be around, man.
For sure.
And the dudes that's committed and want to work. Like, that's why I said League of Villains will be a brand name in no time, because we working.
And they mean that. They some villains, boy. I seen a couple of them young boys. You got some players over there. I like the QB. I ain't going front. That QB, I seen a couple of highlights. Some young boys special, man.
I got luck, man. You know, and I got the receivers all day.
I might have another young boy too. He from Delaware. I just ran across him. I put him on my Instagram.
I think I seen him tomorrow.
Young boy. He 11, bro.
Yeah, look, bro. There's some people. Listen, that's all around the country. Some special kids, bro. Like, there's special kids. And that's why I said I love what you're doing, kids. A lot of these kids not getting highlighted. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta go spend a bag to get your kid and everything. Like, for example, I'll give you a crazy example, right? It was like 3 years ago. The young boy, you know, what's his name? Miguel, young boy, Baby Grump. Baby Grump, you never heard of Baby Grump? Baby Grump, he like a little league player. But he he got money now, because his pop was like a master fucking social media bull. Like, so his pop reached out to me and said, for Zay, talking about come to Texas for a couple months. They gonna help brand him and all that. But I'm thinking it's just out of love, but this is about to get in the bag, bro. Because then he start talking to me about prices. I'm like, bro, what? Like, it's me. I run my son's social media, because I want to be on top of what's going on. Because you never know what people be saying.
For sure, bro. For sure.
So I got to be in tune with that. So that was like the first time I knew like my son could be something. Was like when dudes that I don't know, like even the quarterback from Texas was like, oh, young boy. I don't remember his name, but he used to play for El Paso Broncos. He had jumped in my DM and was like, yo, come move to Texas, come be my receiver, and shit like that. So I'm like, damn, you start seeing stuff like that, it's like, yo, it ain't just in Philly, like these dudes outside the city is paying attention to your son. You know what I mean? So it was just like, those were eye-opening experience for him. And like, he never get high, bro. Like, he always mellow, like, and that's super dope, kids.
Tell him about Zay, man. Tell him his own. I need his profile, his full name, last name, number, school, all that. Cause y'all go problem. Y'all need to keep looking out for him.
Oh, man.
Being too modest, he ain't talking about it. Let him know. Let the people know.
His name Isaiah Sterling, class of 29. He in 6th grade now. I ain't gonna tell you all that, cause I don't want y'all probably blame me school. But he in the 6th grade. Me personally, I think he got the best footwork in the city. I don't think there's a kid that could literally get on the ladder with him.
Really?
Really, bro. I've seen high school dudes and he put them to shame, bro.
Ooh.
High school dudes, like we was at a workout and they was looking at him like, yo, how you do that on the ladder? Like, I don't think there's a kid in the city that can mess with him on the ladder.
Yeah, he worked.
Yeah, bro.
He worked.
Listen, when it comes to, like, you check him out, his name, they call him Mr. Hands. He ain't get that name from me. They call him Mr. Hands, man. He legit. Like, that's my aim. And I try not to be, like, bragful and all of that about it, because, you know what I mean? I coach other kids, and I don't want them to look at me like, yo, you only care about yourself. I ain't never been one of them dudes.
Right.
Like, I can go back to when I first got in coaching. My little brother used to play for me. My little brother was the best defensive player on the team, and I didn't even give him the award. I gave it to another young boy. And I got cussed out by him, by other coaches. It was like, how you gonna give it to him when you know your little brother? Because I ain't want people to think I'm biased.
Right.
So I can't even be biased. Like, I treat my son just like any other kid. Like, I'm gonna yell at my son like I'm gonna yell at your son. So I don't want you to understand. It's never just, man, he only care about his young. No, but what I do know is his work ethic is unmatched. Like, when it comes to like this footwork shit, and hands, receiving shit, there's very few kids I can say that's out there that can go toe to toe with him. And I personally think, that's my opinion, and y'all are free and welcome to challenge me on this. I will pull up with a ladder, and you get your best guy, and you put him on the ladder with you.
Talk heavy.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, like, when it comes to this ladder work, the shit he can do on the ladder, dudes ain't even doing. Dudes in the league not even doing on the ladder work. Like, there's not no cocky shit. This is just watching him work and watching him go around other dudes and showing off, and them dudes looking like, yo, young boy footwork, all that. You see what I'm saying? So it's not that. And I think, which is crazy, he's a hell of a receiver. I think he's gonna be a better DB than a receiver. But dudes be like, he crazy.
Shout out to Coach E for that one.
Shout out to Coach E. That's a big fact. Yeah, man. That story crazy too. You was there.
Yeah.
Mike was playing D, and he was like, "Bro, man, you gotta put him in the corner."
So we gotta tell this story because it shows the resilience of a kid, man. So we were all coaching this one team, and another shout out because P he stepped away to allow us to coach his son while he coached another team in the org, and that's, man, I don't know many dads that would do that when they're actually coaches. Definitely much respect for doing
Appreciate
that.
that, man.
But my man Coach E, he ran the defense. And we needed a DB. And he was just like, yo, Zay, I'm telling you, he can do this, he can do that. And mind you, he ain't never really played cornerback like that. And he wanted him to be a star cornerback, just not as a matter of feeling the star. At first, Zay ain't buy in. He was just like, man, I'm trying to catch the ball. I don't know what you talking about. I'm receiving. like what you talking? Like I'm Randy Moss out here. Like, you tripping. Man, by the end of the season and by next season, man, this kid shut down corner.
Yeah, man. Dudes, like, the only dude this year that caught a passes on him was Elam. You know, young boy, big as hell, bro.
Right.
That's the only young boy that caught passes on him, bro. They don't throw to his side. I want them to challenge him because every time they did throw to his side, it was a pick.
Right.
So I want to see.
Turn with Dion, huh?
I want to see. For me, look, I want to see. Like, I'm a defensive guy, so, you know, I'm keen on that. Like, and I know what he can do offensively. I'm more excited about. Yeah, I'm more excited about his growth offensively. You know what I mean? Like, defensively, not offensively. Because the kid gonna work. Like, that's his thing. Like, he watching nothing but damn route running and shit like that. That's all he watch.
Right.
So I know he going defensively now. Like, that's what we putting the work in. We working on the stance, hip movements. You know, we going into that bag.
So how does he feel about you taking his star corner? I know he pissed. How you feel about that?
Oh, bro, he still be hitting me up. Like, yeah.
Yo, like, when you bring back my young boy.
Yeah, he definitely do. That's my guy, though. You know, that's why, like, he's like a brother to me in this case. You know what I mean? I met E with my first year at Northwest, and they made me a head coach. Like, I didn't have come expectations to be no head coach. I just showed up, bro. They made me a head coach. But E was like there faithfully, bro. E was getting there before me. E was sitting there. E had the young boys running laps when I got there late, because I was coming from the Northeast, and, you know, that was uptown. So E had them running laps. When I got, I'm like, bro, why don't you get into coaching? He said, I coach basketball. I said, nah, bro, jump into football. And then, like, the following year, right, the year before we came to y'all, that was his first year, bro. Because I spent the whole summer recruiting that man, like, yo, bro, every day I'm calling, like, bro, come coach with me, bro, come coach with me, come coach with me, come coach with me. He finally tapped, bro. I called him, it was like August. I'm like, yo, you gonna come out here, bro. He's like, all right, man, all right. He came out, bro, and that dude that absorbed it, like he a sponge, bro. And he loved it. He loved the coaching, he loved the kids. You know what I mean? And he doing his thing right now. Shout out to him. 215 Falcons, 12U D coordinator. You know what I mean?
Defensive juggernaut, man.
Yeah, he gonna have to come see me, man.
I'll pull up for that game.
You gotta come see me, bro.
Y'all in the same division, y'all.
Yeah, in the same league, everything.
You're pulling up on that.
Come see me, bro. You know what I mean? But you know it's all love, man. We talk our trash, like we be DMing each other, be on the phone, we
I
just
heard they
talk
got
trash.
a new offensive coordinator too.
No, I ain't know. What you gonna say?
Yeah, you know, if I keep my ear to the streets, baby.
And my thing is who this. Last time he played me, he only scored 7 points. And that's because they got the ball at the 2-yard line. But we ain't gonna speak on that. We have to stand on everything.
All right, let them know about your 707 again. We're at
League of Villains. We be at Longcrest Rec. And if you 15, you definitely want to come jump on now because this team we putting together gonna be crazy. Like that's the national team. That team is about to go play pylon. We try to get in battle. And we try to go to Battle Vegas right now. You just jump on, come compete, man. I'm telling you, by the time this time next year, League of Villains will be a household name. We are building a brand from the muscle, man. And I gotta talk to my guy right here. We're gonna try to get some things together. We're gonna definitely set something special up, man. But listen, just know that as coaches and parents that's out here that's working. Like I'm a coach and a parent, so I'm really out here working, and I'm really trying to put stuff out there for the youth that's gonna improve on them and get them in some different joints. Like I want to start taking on college tours and all that. So definitely tap in. Tap in. You can follow me at Coach P Sterling, Coach_Sterling 27 on Instagram. You go follow League of Villains on League of Villains 7on7 on Instagram. And definitely come join what we building. We building a family and a brand, man. So just come join us.
You heard it. You heard it. Come check him out, man. So, any wide receivers, QBs, DBs, safeties, linebackers, running backs, go with him.
Yeah.
Get with him. 7on7. They about to be up and popping there.
I'm telling you, the coaches we got, bro, is coaches that coach at high levels, man. They know what they doing. And they ain't gonna be just Joe from down the block that just stepped outside because he seen kids at the park. It's dudes that got years of experience in. So you definitely tap in with us, man. I got dudes that got 20 years or plus coaching that's working with me. Like we trying to build something different.
I'm very interested when he talk, because he talking greasy, because I know no lacking lifestyle, and I know Philly Finest, they ain't that. When you talking about 815, they surprised.
And we try to stand in front of all that. Them dudes gonna have to beat us to be known now. We need the new standard.
Yeah,
we setting the standard, you hear me? That's why they call us the bad guys, because we want all the smoke.
All the smoke!
All the smoke.
Alright, check them out, baby. SportsTernity, check us out. YouTube.com/@SportsTernity. SportsTernity on Instagram. You gonna see more of us. You gonna see more of us with League of Villains also.
Yeah,
We're gonna pull up on them. We gonna highlight them.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm talking about?